morning students. In the last class we learned about the agents of soil erosion, and we learned that there are different elements that, for example, water, wind, and some human activities that cause soil erosion. And so what is soil erosion? Basically, when the topsoil that has all the nutrients, it gets carried away by some elements of nature or by human activities, it is known as soil erosion. Now, with soil erosion, we know that the topsoil of the soil is carried away, and then no nutrients are left in the soil. So the soil becomes infertile. There cannot be any vegetation. So what we do is in order to prevent that, in order to prevent soil erosion, and in order to protect the soil, what we should do? Because soil is a natural element which we cannot grow soil, or we cannot make soil. It takes millions and millions of years to form, and so we cannot form soil. So the only thing we can do is we can prevent the soil from being carried away. We can prevent soil erosion. We can take care of the soil. We can be smart with it, and so that is called soil conservation. When we take some steps in order to make sure that the soil erosion is not happening, that prevents soil erosion. So this is known as soil conservation, and this is our topic for today. So today we are going to learn about different ways of soil conservation, as to how we can conserve soil, how we can prevent soil erosion so that the soil does not become loose, the soil does not lose its nutrients, the soil does not lose its fertility, and it remains healthy, and we can grow more and more, and we can gain more and more from soil. So our topic for today is soil conservation. Open your books on page number 142. Here the topic of soil conservation is starting. And so what is soil conservation basically? Soil conservation is the protection of soil against erosion. So the measures that are taken by us in order to protect soil from getting eroded is known as soil conservation. That process is known as soil conservation. Now, why do we need soil conservation? Because soil takes a long time to form. It cannot be made by us within seconds. It takes a long time to form. It is a natural element, and so that we don't run out of soil, we have to prevent soil erosion, and we have to conserve it so that it can be available for future use also. So this is soil conservation, and there are many ways in which we can conserve soil, in which we can prevent soil erosion. Today we are also going to learn about those ways. So here are some ways that are written. For the first one is very easy one. It is a very basic one. We even have a festival in India for this. This is by planting more trees. So how can we conserve soil? It is the easiest way, by planting more trees. Afforestation, which is, we learned a new word in our last class, which is deforestation. Deforestation is the cutting down of trees, the more and more cutting down of trees, that is known as deforestation. Now what is afforestation? Afforestation, and when we plant more and more trees. When more and more trees are planted, it is known as afforestation. So afforestation is a very good way to conserve soil because we already learned that trees and plants, they help maintain the nutritive value of soil, and because the roots of a plant or a tree, they hold the soil very tightly, and so the soil cannot be weathered away by anything. So the roots of trees and plants, it holds the soil tightly, and the topsoil, it remains as it is with all the nutrients, and it remains fertile. So by planting more and more trees, we can make sure that there is no soil erosion, and we can conserve soil. So this is the first point, that is by planting more trees. And this process for soil conservation, it works in any kind of area, be it plains, be it hilly areas, be it grasslands. It works in any kind of area, in any kind of land. The second one that we are going to learn about is about leaving the soil bare. So what happens is, in between seasons when farmers are doing agriculture, and in between seasons some farmers they leave their farms, they leave their fields just like that without any crop growing on them, and they leave it bare. But when we leave a soil bare, when we have large land openings, what it does is it becomes prone to soil erosion. How? Because then the wind and water can easily carry away the topsoil. So in order to avoid that, we should never ever leave the soil bare. We should always avoid leaving the soil bare. We should always make sure that we are planting trees, more plants or more crops or more trees on the soil, and fields should not be left bare. So in between seasons, for example, in summer season, there was an agriculture of some crops was done, and after the harvest, there is no other crop is going to be sown in the soil. So we can grow any crops in between. We can grow grass on it, so that the soil does not become loose and the soil does not get eroded, and that prevents soil erosion, and it also conserves soil erosion, and it helps it remain healthy and nutritive. So these are the 2 points. Both of them are relating to planting trees and planting plants. Now the third one is terrace farming. Now terrace farming is, here a picture is also given on page number 143. Here you can see this is terrace farming. It is like steps. It is like system of farming on the steps. It is usually done in hilly areas. It is usually done in hilly areas, and how it is done is, the soil is sown in a steppy way. The soils are sown in different steps and different layers on the hills, and this prevents soil erosion usually by water even and by wind. So how does it prevent soil erosion by water? Because when the water comes running down, it prevents the soil from becoming loose and being carried away very easily. So it stops the water, because the water is not a simple slope anymore. The hilly area, it has steps because of terrace farming, and so it helps slow down the water, and it helps slow the pace of the water, and then it prevents soil erosion from happening. And even if the water comes running down from one step to the next step, when the soil goes, they all get all together. So all the soil particles, they get combined together from one step to another when the water is flowing down. So here it is terrace farming. So the slope of the hilly area, it is cut into steps. That is how terrace farming is done. It is usually done in hilly area. It is a very important point. Please mark terrace farming important. So terrace farming is mainly done in hilly areas, and how it is done, the slopy area of the hill, it is cut into steps, and then there is farming done on those steps. It is done so that we can prevent soil erosion mainly by water. How can we prevent water? It reduces the speed of flowing water. For example, water is coming down from the steps with very high intensity. So these steps, they slow down the flow of the water, and so if the pace of the water is slow, not too much of soil will be eroded. So that is how we can conserve soil. Now crop rotation. Crop rotation is a very important thing, especially for farmers and people who are into agriculture. What is crop rotation? Crop rotation is growing different crops alternatively, so that because it helps maintain the nutrients in the soil, and it helps maintain the soil to be fertile. For example, groundnuts or peanuts, as we call it, with different types of crops crops of groundnuts and peanuts can also be grown, so that there are more and more crops that are being grown, and the soil, it gets more nutrients from both the plants, and it remains fertile, and the roots are holding the topsoil tightly. So crop rotation, it also prevents soil erosion. It is a way of conserving soil. Crop rotation is a very good way to maintain the fertility of the soil and the nutritive value of the soil. It improves the organic matter that is present in the soil. Now, building embankments. What are embankments? Embankments are barriers which are done on the river side. So embankments, they help prevent the flow of water to get into the fields and flood them. For example, if there is a high tide and the water from the river, it flows out to the nearby fields, and then it causes flooding on those fields, and it ruins the crops and the agriculture and the plants that were growing on the field, and it also washes away the topsoil. So it causes a lot of damage. So in order to prevent that, embankments are made. Now, what are built on the river side? What are embankments? Embankments are like this. On page number 144, an image is given here. So here you can see this is the river side, and here an embankment with stones is made so that the flow of water can be controlled, and it prevents the fields that are nearby to be flooded. So that is why embankments are built. And again, one more thing is windbreakers. Windbreaks, what are windbreaks? Windbreaks are when on a side of a water body, huge grass, tall trees or tall plants are sown. So rows of tall, dense trees are grown at the river side, on the edges of agricultural fields or on the edges of the water bodies near these fields, so that when the wind comes, so that the wind that is flowing, it does not it does not come along in the fields, and it does not wash away or carries away the soil. So these trees, they act as a barrier against the winds, and they protect the fields from getting so much wind, and they protect the fields from being eroded by the wind. So these are the topics for soil conservation. So soil conservation is the protection of soil against erosion, and there are many ways, but some of them we learned about today. They are mostly related to planting more and more trees and more plants. For example, we can plant more trees, we should promote afforestation. We should avoid leaving the soil bare in between seasons. We can grow grass on the soil, and terrace farming is a very good way to prevent erosion by water, and it also helps us maintain the fertility in a hilly area. Crop rotation, it is a very good way to maintain the fertility of soil and to make it more and more healthy and nutritive for the plants. Embankments and windbreakers are the barriers which prevent erosion by water and erosion by wind. They prevent the water and the wind from getting into the fields and eroding away the soil. Now this is it for our chapter. We have completed our chapter today, reading wise. Now you have to please make sure that you revise the topic today. You read the soil conservation topic that is given on page number 142, 143, and your homework for today is that you have to do this question in your book itself, but first you have to read the chapter thoroughly again, and that is all. Thank you and have a nice day.